Okay, Oshan, today's a really special video for the viewers and for us as well.
So it's our first ever race car on the channel.
Definitely. It's a 1987 Mazda Familia. It's a hatch.
Yes.
So without any further delay, let's dive into the video. I'm Shervin.
I'm Oshan
and you're watching Streets Salon.
So we have our first ever race car on the channel. It is a 1987 Mazda Familia BF, and the BF is a hatchback. This car is a hatchback, and the BF TP is the sedan version of the Familia. So first off, let's start off by talking about the front end of the car. So since it's a race car, the headlights have been covered, and we have like some aftermarket headlamps going on, which is really bright. And the bumper is pretty much stock, nothing fancy, except for this part which has been put fixed aftermarket. And now we have hood pins as well, obviously, because it's a race car. I don't have to tell you much about it. Now this part right here, you guys might be wondering what it is. So it's to wash the windscreen basically. So it is a high pressurized, high powered windscreen washer when we are, this car is racing in the gravel, the mud, everywhere. So to clean the windscreen, the stock ones are not enough, obviously. So we have a high pressurized or a high boost or whatever water thrower or whatever you call it to wash the windscreen. And the pressurized, the water thing is in the back of the car. So now let's move on. Now we have right over here is a kill switch. So in case this car, flops over, topples over in a race or whatever, and the driver cannot kill the power or the ignition from the inside of the car, someone can come from the outside and kill the power by toggling this to their way. So basically that is a kill switch, and it basically kills all the electric power of the car from the engine, so the drive is safe in case of an accident. That's about it, guys, when we're talking about the front of the car. And it of course is a front wheel drive, not a rear wheel or an all wheel. It is a front wheel drive car. Let's move on with the side and the back of the car. Alright, so the side profile of the car. The wheels are 13-inch wheels, and this car has standard Mazda brakes, all four wheels, and also the suspension has been cut to lower the car a little bit. So this car is being driven by Mahesh Kodagoda, and this car has been participated in this year's Mahagastota hill climb as well. So and this car roughly produces around 80 horsepower. We are not quite sure, but let's just say 80. And now moving on, we have this nice little green and blue livery going on, and also grey as well. So it's a three-colored livery, really nice. And we again have his name. And the water tank, like I mentioned, in the front of the car is placed here. Now that's about it, guys, when we're talking about the side profile of the car, and it is really nice. And now this car has around 80 horsepower, and I think it's faster than a Civic. So let's move on to the rear. So the back of the car, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it is a hatchback, and there is also a sedan version as well of the Mazda Familia. But anyways, this is a hatchback, and these lights are of course aftermarket, and they are from a Land Rover Defender. How cool is that? So these lights are also brake lights, which has been fitted inside of the car because when you're racing in the gravel or the mud, it gets covered, right? These lights gets covered. So these are the emergency brake lights, you can say. So the exhaust of the car is a carbon fiber exhaust, and also it is very loud, really loud. So that's about it, guys, when we're talking about the rear of the car. Let's move on with the rest of the car. Alright, so the most important place of the car is the engine. Now it is a 1.5 liter carburetor 4-cylinder engine, and there's nothing really much done to it, except we have aerospeed plug wires and an aluminium radiator by Golf. That's about it. And it, like I said in the side profile of the car, it produces around 85 horsepower. Now the fuel tank obviously is in the trunk to be extra safe if the car topples over or whatever. There's in case of a leak also. The petrol tank is in the trunk of the car. So that's about it, guys. So Shervin will give a brief overview of the interior of the car.
Okay, so guys, I'm all strapped into the car with these 4-point Takata harnesses, and the seats are Sparco carbon fiber seats, which is pretty darn cool. So as you guys can see, there's nothing much. The car has been stripped down to almost nothing. You only have your driver's seat, your basics all your basics right in front of you that a race driver would need. And your additional fire extinguisher as well, your handbrake, and this is a 4-speed manual. Okay, it's a 4-speed manual, but in races you only go up to third gear, and in the third gear there's around 165, 170 as well, which is pretty darn cool. So you have your basic your speedometer over here, your fuel, your temperature, and the RPMs as well. The speedometer goes up to 220, and you have your fuel, as I mentioned before, and an additional RPM gauge as well, along with the temperature gauge as well. See, the doors are pretty light, hence why they're closing on me. Stay. So also, steering wheel is a Momo 3-spoke steering wheel with this little Alcantara feel to it, which is pretty nice and pretty comfortable. Also, the most important and the most important thing about this car is the roll cages. The car has been fully fitted with the roll cage from the back all the way to the front, which is pretty darn cool. It's a race car, so it has to be there. And also, as Oshan mentioned, the kill switch, it's in front as well, in case the driver cannot, the race driver cannot do anything from his end. So, and if he can turn off the ignitions and all the power to the engine as well from his end. From here, you have your basic battery, your charge the battery, your fan, your wiper, and your water, your hood light, parking, headlights, and all that good stuff. So, first of all, the seats are pretty comfortable. Can't lie, pretty nice. That's about it, guys. Nothing too fancy, but damn, this car is better than any other Civic, as Oshan said in the beginning. Yeah, you have your water tank over here, which goes right into the pressure washers for the windscreen, and you have your rear view mirror, and as you can see, the doors have been stripped down as well. There's absolutely nothing on either side. That's about it, guys. So, okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Huge thank you to the owner's son for bringing out the car for us. Review. Exactly. So also be sure to check out our previous videos as well, and check our Instagram page, Streets of Ceylon, and our TikTok, also Streets of Ceylon, and for some behind the scenes and some cool pictures as well. As always, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and turn on the bell notification. Stay tuned for more awesome videos like this. That's about it, guys. It's Streets of Ceylon signing out. Peace.